On July 28th of 2023, Tyler released her single Water, and with its piano genre with elements of pop, R&B, and Afrobeats, it quickly became the song of the summer. And this song trended all the way into late 2024. On December 1st of 2023, Tyler released her debut album titled Tyla, and the title track on that album was Water. This song peaked in the top 10 in 10 states and went multi-platinum in South Africa and the US. She also went on to win multiple awards for this song and her debut album. And on August 28th of 2024, Tyla performed in South Korea at the One Universe Festival in Seoul. And from then on, K-pop would never be the same, and her influence on the music at the time was undeniable. And we're going to talk about that. Hi angels, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Adrienne, but you can call me Audrey. And in today's video, I'll be talking about Tyla's undeniable impact on K-pop and the K-pop industry. On July 28th of 2023, Tyla released Water as a single, and this song became the song of the summer. The genre of this song is amapiano with elements of pop, R&B, and Afrobeats. The song just really gave off this super summery vibe, and it trended for a long time. The main choreo of the chorus of the song also became a challenge on TikTok as well, and that's when the song really took off. But not only was it super catchy, and Tyla is like absolutely beautiful, and the way she dressed, everything about this was just so impactful. Just 5 months later, in December of 2023, Tyla would release her debut album titled Tyla, and the title track on this album was Water. She also included it on Tyla Plus in 2024. Water has such a big impact that I could see why she did not want to let this song go. I mean, it being on two different albums, it's just so big. I'm telling you, at the time, you could not escape Water, Tyla, or the Water Challenge. The official sound from Tyla on TikTok has 460,000 videos, and that's not even including people who remixed it and had completely different choreography to it, or people who were doing the Water Challenge to remix from other content creators, like their specific sound. This song was unescapable at the time. It didn't matter what platform you're on, honestly. Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, TikTok, it was everywhere. In October of 2023, Tyla made her TV debut with Water, and in the same month, she performed on The Tonight Show. And these performances were honestly iconic. I don't think anyone thought she would actually pour the water down her back on live TV, but she did. I understand her doing it at a concert or, for some other live performance that's not for TV, but on live TV for her to actually turn around and pour this water on her back was actually insane. And she looked absolutely gorgeous. I'll include a picture on the screen. This yellow outfit she wore, her hair was long, kind of big, giving voluminous. This girl's just stunning. The way she was styled during this era is very important, and I really think it helped bring a cohesive brand to who she is, and very much the vibe of the song. It almost gave like beachwear in a way, like a bandeau top and then a skirt that would be considered like a bathing suit cover up. The colors, the styles, everything she wore during this era while promoting this song was top 10, like absolutely gorgeous. Not only was this song everywhere, but check the stats. You could not deny that this song was as big as it was. It peaked in the top 10 in 10 states. It was certified diamond in Brazil. It was multi-platinum in South Africa and in the US. It topped the list of the top 40 Afrobeat songs. This song also went on to win a Grammy for Best African Music, a Billboard Award for Top Afrobeat Song, and an MTV Music Award for Best Afrobeat Video. I'm trying to give you all the facts and stats so you really cannot deny the impact of this song, because sometimes TikTok is just not enough. Yes, your song went viral on TikTok and it was the trending sound for 6 to 8 months, but did it go on to win awards? Was it well known around the globe? Did it go triple platinum? Did it go diamond? There's a lot of things to contribute to that as well, because sometimes just trending on TikTok is genuinely not enough. Tyla has the numbers. She has the stats. This song was literally everywhere. At the time that this challenge blew up on TikTok, I remember seeing the comments under certain idols' videos asking for them to do the water challenge. And if any idols in South Korea did not know about this challenge then, They sure as hell knew about it now because their fans were asking them to do this challenge. And most K pop groups are known for their fan service. Most K pop groups want to please their fans, do what their fans are asking. And then eventually, after a lot of asking from fans, we did get to see some of our favorite idols do the water challenge. Some of them did it more jokingly, like Ning Ning and Karina from aespa, where Ning Ning was doing the dance, and every time she went to turn around, Karina covered her. Or you have people who did it um, more seriously, like Shuha from G Idol. I've seen two performances of her do it, I believe, as a solo stage during one of their concerts. Even Hwasa from Mamamoo has done water as a solo stage at Waterbomb. Other idols that should be included on this list as well are Kim Lip, Kiss of Life, Wendy from Red Velvet, Hyunol from Sistar. I'm sorry if I'm saying her name wrong. That's just a small list of idols who did the water challenge. There were male idols who did it. There were other idols who were doing it for fan meetings and at concerts and just other events in general. And at the time, you cannot deny that these idols knew who Tyla was. I mean, they were literally doing her dance challenge. And to make things even better, on August 28th of 2024, Tyla performed in South Korea at the One Universe Festival in Seoul. Her song had blew up so much to the point where she made it over into South Korea and actually performed. She performed there. And this is when we also started to see videos of her linking up with some of our favorite groups and doing videos together on TikTok. And it was like worlds colliding. It was like two worlds colliding. It was literally crazy to see, I'm not gonna lie. And again, I'm listing out all these facts, all these stats, everything we've seen and that we know about Tyla, her song Water, and the impact in general, and then the impact as well in Korea. Because you can't deny it, it's undeniable. But the problem is, people are trying to deny it and deny her influence and deny some of the songs that were created by some of our favorite groups after Water blew up the way it did. There are definitely more songs than what I'm going to talk about in today's video, but there are three songs that I feel are undeniable that are proof of Tyla's influence on the K-pop community and the genre and everything as a whole. And for the first song, I feel like you guys already know what I'm going to say. I feel like you can hear the intro in your head because I can right now. Yep, I'm smarter, baby. Yes, that song right there. Smart by the Seraphim was released on March 5th of 2024. And the genre of the song, can we guess, is I'm a piano. And that's exactly what Water by Tyla and Smart by the Seraphim are. They're piano songs. Except Tyla's song also has elements of pop, R&B, and Afrobeats. And I feel like award ceremonies or award systems really hooked onto the Afrobeat part, and that's why she got a lot of awards in Afrobeat categories. But she made it very clear she makes piano music. This one, I will say, this song is the only song I've seen rightfully get the backlash and rightfully be called out and be told, like, hey, this is clearly Tyler's influence. Even when Fear Nots were still out there trying to deny, it was undeniable, down to the way the girls dressed, not only the genre of the song, but the way the girls dressed and even the choreo. You can clearly see the inspiration from Tyler. I was trying to find a video from a creator. They made a video listing a few songs that they felt were obviously taking inspiration from Tyler's Water. And one song I feel like is undeniable but still gets denied and no one wants to talk about was not included in that list. And I definitely hopped in that comment section to say something because, girl, we're going to clock this tea today, okay? While looking for that video, I found a video from a creator who was trying to defend Le Seraphim at the time, and the caption on the video was along the lines of finding it funny that people are coming at Le Seraphim and saying that they're copying Tyla when Smart is an Afrobeat song and Water by Tyla is not an Afrobeat song. How could you be more wrong? Is the brain in the room with us? Is the critical thinking? Is Google on your phone? Is Google in the room with you? It wouldn't have taken anything more than a 5-second search to show that that was wrong on both ends because Smart by the Seraphim is an piano song, and so is Water by Tyla, with elements of Afrobeats as well. And this video didn't get a lot of the traction that they thought this video would, but I did look in the comment section to see what people were saying because that statement was just wrong altogether. And there were people saying, yeah, Water by Tyla is not an Afrobeat song, but it does have Afrobeat elements in the song. You can't deny that. And they're like, no, no, it's not. No, no. Ooh, the land of delusion that we live in, y'all. This is crazy. To be so wrong, as my mom would say, strong and wrong, strong and wrong. And Smart by Le Sserafim was just the start of the way we were going to be seeing the direction of K pop going, which brings us to our next song, Sticky by Kiss of Life. Sticky by Kiss of Life was released on July 1st of 2024 and is an Afrobeat song. This one I feel like sits 50-50. While Le Sserafim Smart was undeniable, Sticky sits in the 50-50 category. Some people say no, some people say 100% yes. I say it's 100% undeniable. And you want to know how? The main part of the choreo that was mostly promoted by the girls during the promotion. Something I find really funny and kind of crazy is that Smart and Sticky were released like 4 months apart, but yeah. And then the next song I'm going to talk about was released a month after Sticky. It's like, come on. And only like a few days before Tyla even performed in Korea. It's like, but up until then, you really can't deny the impact of that song. Like her just performing in Korea happened to be an amazing coincidence that had our two worlds colliding at the time, but still. The main part of the choreo that was promoted by the girls during this era was the chorus. And for me, this piece of the dance felt most out of place in the entire song. The way they were dressed and the way choreo just kind of moved to the backside for the girls is like the most evident thing for me. I feel like a lot of a lot of groups were not doing stuff like that, like the backs. And obviously, I mean, Kiss of Life, they took that risk, and whether people liked it or not, and they are, I want to say, a more mature girl group with a more mature looking concept. So they can maybe do this and pull it off or whatever. But for Le Sserafim, they were not about to turn around and do literally Tyler's Water Challenge in the middle of their choreo. So they had to do something that was a little more, less risque, but would be seen as, okay, girl, reheat those nachos. So you get the main chorus of Smart, the part we all know, but kind of like toned down. This is not what these girls are, really known for. But Kiss of Life, a different group with a different look and, more mature, fine, cool, whatever. That's what you can't deny is that they literally turned around and did the water challenge in the middle of their choreo, but also that that part of the choreo does not fit the song as well. I know all songs and all music is up to interpretation, but if I take the most literal interpretation of this song, song's about summertime crush, having a crush in the summertime and, being with this person and stuff, being so happy and wanting to know how long before we fall in love with each other, Okay, the most literal interpretation of this song. So where in the choreo do we think it is fit to turn around and quite literally do the water challenge by Tyla? And I had to get two opinions from two of my dance friends. All three of us are professional dancers. I'm a professional dancer. My other two friends are professional dancers. And one of them is actually a fan of K pop and did the sticky challenge herself. When she did it, I thought this was the perfect opportunity to talk about something that was seriously bugging me about this choreography. So for her, I texted her and I said, hey, do you feel, is it just me or do you feel like that part of the choreography where they turn around and literally twerk is fitting for the choreo? Like for me, that does not fit the vibe of this song. It doesn't fit the dance at all. Like this does it kind of looks a mess. Like the vibe of the song, everything, the choreo up until that part, nothing matches. But this is the part that they kind of knew would, stick in people's minds. I don't know. She 100% agreed with me. She was like, that is not, yeah, you're right. That does not fit. That does not work. What is going on? I even thought that, like, from a dancer's perspective, like when you're dancing and for choreography and stuff, you want everything to flow together as one consecutive thing. If they wanted to add that and be the main chunk of the dance, like the main chorus that they would have promoted, there needs to be more stuff like that throughout the song. Because other than that, the choreography is pretty mellow. Other than that, I would say maybe Natty's floor part feels a little like on the more level of that, but no, that doesn't fit. And then for my other friend, not into K-pop at all, I literally had to show her the entire music video. And when they turned around to shake ass, my friend was like, "Oh, oh, oh." She's like, "But this song is so like cute and lovey and like has such a tropical vibe. Like, why?" And I'm like, "Girl, that's Tyla. That's Tyla's influence." Smart by Le Sserafim was a safe one. It's safe in the choreo. it feels like an interpretation of Tyla's Water, while Kiss of Life feels like it sits in the middle. It's definitely teetering that line of straight up copying or an interpretation. But for me, that is undeniably the choreography from Water, the Water Challenge, like mid song, mid dance, like that's undeniably it. And by the way, guys, the dance that Tyla does in the Water song, like the Water Challenge, that dance has a name. It's called Bacardi. It's not called twerking. She didn't just twerk. She didn't just do something. It's a South African dance called Bacardi. It comes from a culture of people. I don't like when people just call it twerking because it has a name. Twerking and what she's doing is two completely different things. Twerking originated in New Orleans in bounce music culture in the 1990s and then became mainstream in the US in the 2000s. Twerking is rooted in African dances and is seen as a form of self expression in a lot of African culture. So for me, Smart sits at about uh 15, and then Kiss of Life Sticky sits at about a 50. But if you want to talk about something that sits at about 100% undeniable, almost blatant copy of Water by Tyla, we're going to talk about Wait by Hyunal. And I'm so sorry if I'm saying her name wrong. But if you are like, who the fuck is Hyunal? The main singer from Sistar, she has the solo Dolly Dolly, her super tan, gorgeous girl. Her voice literally makes you ascend to the heavens. That one. On August 12th of 2024, Hyunal releases Wait. I didn't need to hear anything more than a name to know that that song was going to be a copy of Tyla's Water. But then I started seeing the stages of her doing, performing the stage, choreo, everything, the way she was dressed, the song itself, the lyrics, the choreo. It was 100% undeniable that that song was clearly inspired by, and I want to say damn near stolen from, Tyla's Water. And I hate that this song does not come up in conversation when we talk about Tyla's impact on K-pop, because I feel like this one is the most blatant and obvious examples of her impact and people copying her and her sound and her look and everything. But it's not really talked about because I feel like Wait by Hannah didn't get the attention that Sticky and Smart got. So she kind of got a pass, but I'm not going to let it pass because I think it's actually ridiculous. Just to deny Tyla's impact in general is crazy, but to deny her clear inspiration on K pop music at the time and what was to come as a K pop fan and a black woman was genuinely insane to me. Crazy work. The way y'all were jumping through loops and bending around corners, actually crazy. And unlike Smart is an Afrobeat song and Tyler's Water is not an Afrobeat song, defense that people had for Smart, people's only defense against the fact that um Wait by Hyunal was not copying Tyla was solely the fact that Hyunal was older than Tyla. But I promise you that Tyla was not sitting there thinking of Dolly Dolly when she wrote her debut album or wrote Water or wrote whatever music she's anything she's ever dropped is not anything related to Dolly Dolly. And I'm bringing that song up because that was people's main defense in the comment section when I would comment something. They'd be like, oh my gosh, Hyunal has been doing this for years. Hyunal came before Tyla. She's always had this mature concept. She's always been a grown woman. Look at Dolly Dolly. Girl, what? Why are we bringing that song up in the conversation? Dolly Dolly is a completely different vibe from Wait. It's a completely different vibe from Water. And I promise you, Tyler was not thinking about that song when she went to sit down and write any of the music that she has. The music that she has comes from her culture, what grew up around her. It's a part of who she is. You're not going to sit here and compare these two songs that are completely opposite. Because to me, Dolly Dolly definitely is pop, R&B, hip hop kind of vibe. Definitely, all the way. You can't deny the R&B influence in there. I'm telling you, I would literally go in a comment section under someone would post like a clip or a stage of her doing the Wait challenge, and I would either mention Tyla because this song is clearly inspired by Tyla, literally down to every part of this song is clearly inspired by Tyla, and it was undeniable. And people would come back at me always bringing up the fact of Dolly Dolly, or she's always been this mature, she's always done this, she's always done that. Nobody's talking about that. No one's talking about what she's always done. I'm talking about what she's doing now, which is clearly a copy of Water by Tyla. And if it wasn't clear, the song is called Wait. Like, she might as well have just called the song Agua, like H2O or something. Like, girl, come on. I want to talk about two more things that came out of this situation and Tyla blowing up and clearly being an inspiration in the K-pop industry. One, no one wants to give this black woman credit. Nobody wants to give her credit for her clear inspiration her clear inspiration and clear impact on the K-pop industry at the time. No one wants to give any black person any credit in K-pop. Not a single one. Um, but if it was Tate McRae, Miley Cyrus, Demi Lovato, Justin Bieber, Ed Sheeran, One Direction, 5 Seconds of Summer, Sabrina Carpenter, I could go on and on and on. Anyone white, they would happily say nothing or just say, yeah, clear inspo from Sabrina. Yes, yes. Clock this tea. I am waiting. And when I say waiting, I mean waiting for K pop to try to have their version of espresso. That influence was deniable. Espresso was everywhere. You cannot lie. Like, waiting. I don't think they're gonna try. I don't think they are. Because I feel like the K-pop industry and K-pop in general just feels way more comfortable stealing from black people than they do from white people. I mean, come on, give it to us, please. I want to see you try. And another more recent example I could think of is AT's Ice on My Teeth, where I saw a couple comments saying that it sounded to them a lot like Tyga's taste. And I'm like, ooh. And once I saw that comment, I literally can't unhear it. It does sound a lot like Tyga's taste. Um, and but I will say AT's does have the hip hop concept, but they do it in a very respectful way. You can tell they clearly have love for the genre and where it comes from and stuff. But when people can hear like, "Ooh, girl, this sound a little," mm, people will call them out for it. I don't know why no one wanted to give Tyler her credit. I don't know why no one wanted to give her her flowers. Like, give this woman her flowers because your faves in the industry themselves is trying really, really hard to copy this song. And I know these songs are given to these people. There are groups where songs are given to them and they have no choice but to perform them, choreo, everything. And there are other groups where they 100% have a lot to do with the production. They write the songs, they can choreograph some of the dance itself, and the rest is choreographed by this other person. They have a lot of freedom and stuff. But if that's the case, in the other option of, oh, our company wrote this, our songwriter wrote this song for us, and then our choreographer, whoever wrote that song, can clearly see the impact of Tyla. They can clearly see it, and then they gave the song to you, and now you have to, like, it's still the same. It's just it's going to level up. Okay, the girls or whoever didn't write this song, but whoever wrote it for you clearly was like, ooh, that Tyler Water, yeah. And the second thing I want to talk about is the dance challenge and a trend that it created within the K-pop community that I find very disgusting. I've been wanting to talk about this for a while, and I'm not gonna make a separate video about it because it could just be touched on in this video. The female idols or idols who can actually throw it back or can actually twerk trend is genuinely disgusting. Sitting down and keeping track or keeping record of idols that they believe can actually twerk or throw it back, please go outside and touch some grass, feel the rain on your skin because no one else can feel it for you. Um, please. I think it is very disturbing and disgusting that K-pop fans are literally sitting there and taking the time to put together a full edit of idols that they believe can twerk or throw it back. I need you to find something better to do with your time that does not involve putting these women, some of them grown, some of them not, on the internet in a compilation, throwing it back. Why are we looking at that? Why are we worried about that? Why is that even a topic of conversation? I think that trend is very disgusting, very disturbing. Every time I saw a video like that on my For You page, whoever created the video was blocked immediately. That's someone I don't know. If you think that that's okay, I don't want to consume your content. I don't want to give you a lick of my time. Immediately blocked. No, not at all. I know that black people's influence on K-pop is never going to be recognized or never going to be given their credit or never going to be given their flowers. They didn't with Tinashe. I've seen multiple videos of people coming out being like, "Girl, this is Tinashe's music. This is Tinashe's stuff." Like, what? And people just still being like, "No." Why we don't want to give credit to the people who actually created most music genres, R&B, hip hop, jazz, rock and roll, country, all black people. All black people. Why we don't want to give credit to these people, I don't know, especially if you're doing a song that's on a piano or Afro beats, and you're like, "No, that's not black people." Okay, girl. Okay. Like, it's genuinely frustrating. But I'm also one of those people to never be quiet on an issue, so if I see it happening, I will speak up. It's just who I am. I've never been taught to like back down or be quiet or nothing. If I see the issue, I call it out, I address it. Like the fact that nobody wants to credit Tyla for basically giving people the inspiration to create songs like Smart and Sticky and Wait is actually insane to me. Like just give the girl the credit because it's clearly there. It's so clear that we have to call you out on it. It's not hard. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up if you like it, and feel free to fire off in the comments giving your opinion. Talk amongst yourselves, please, because I said what I said. I've said what I had to say. I'll see you guys next Saturday. Bye.